Hey everybody, it's Jay Kitchen from jaysbeard.com. I hope you're doing well today. We're doing a review of another one of the Eau de Toilette from L'Artisan Parfumeur. I'm sure my French is pretty horrible, but bear with me. Before we jump into the review, if you would be kind enough to subscribe to the channel, that would really be awesome and really help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this Eau de Toilette from L'Artisan Parfumeur is the Mûre et Musc. Now, this apparently was one of the first, if not the first, releases of this perfume house. They refer to it on the website as the iconic debut of L'Artisan Parfumeur's first collection. It owes its success to Jean Laporte, visionary creator of the brand. It is in 1978 that he had an intuition to play on the red fruit facets of white musk by associating them with a fresh blackberry accord, setting not only this fragrance, but this niche perfume house apart as a true pioneer in perfumery. 40 years on, this unique and timeless scent has become an icon. Jean-Claude Ellena, a longtime friend and exceptional perfumer, tells the story. I'm going to be reading the content from the website, so bear with me, and then we'll get into smelling it, trying it, so on and so forth. All alone in a small improvised laboratory at the back of a Parisian boutique on Rue de Grenelle, Jean Laporte was inspired to create a white musk and blackberry accord. A short and transparent formula, greatly modern in its simplicity. It now needed to be dressed, structured, and brought to life in a fragrance. And so he went off to Grasse and met a trio of young perfumers who were very much in vogue: Jean-Claude Ellena, Lucien Ferrero, and Jean-Claude Giodo. Jean-Claude Ellena remembers their first conversation. "The scent is beautiful and tender, but it doesn't diffuse beyond the bottle. What can I do?" The blackberry component was clear, but Jean-Claude Ellena felt that this beautiful intention needed a hook, a preface, something that the creative perfumer called a head note. I advised him to use a blend of citrus combined with tarragon and a hint of lavender, and then, as a base, oak moss. We carried out several trials before finding the right combination. He went away with a handful of samples and chose one, the perfumer recalls. If Mûre et Musc is addictive today, it is because its soft cotton and fruit notes blend in perfectly with the top layer on the skin. If Mûre et Musc is so addictive today, it's because its soft cotton red fruit notes blend in perfectly with the top layer of the skin. A second skin for some, more than a perfume for others. Now, there are some comments on the website. Mûre et Musc is a unifying fragrance which will appeal to any woman from age 15 to 60. And Jean-Claude Ellena stated it was an accord that never existed, far from the ordinary, and which still leads the industry today. They do have a space on the site called Discover the Ingredients, where they list the positive notes of the ingredients that they seem to think are important. The first one is white musk. Natural musk is a rare and controversial substance that comes from the abdominal glands of the musk deer, a species native of Siberia and the Himalayas. Natural musk is especially demanded in its liquid form for its aphrodisiac properties and its powerful flavors. Threatened of extinction, musk deer have been protected species for many years from hunting and breeding. It is at the beginning of the 20th century that the chemist Ladislav Ruzicka created white musk in a chemical molecule as powerful, animal, and stirring as that in its natural form. While musk was long synonymous with virility for its woody scent, women found their identity in the sensual and mysterious accords with the molecule. White musks exist in several forms. Some stand out for their amber accord, others for their powdery and red fruit facets. In Mûre et Musc, Jean Laporte selected the suave and hypnotic facet of white musks to charm us at each encounter with this atypical eau de parfum. The other note is lemon, common in the Mediterranean and subtropical regions. Lemons embody the heat, evoke the sun, and invite to travel. Lemons began their journey in the Kashmir region and embarked on the Silk Road to reach the Middle East and ultimately Italy. Soon, this citrus fruit that overflows with sun took its place in the practices of the Greeks, the Romans, and the Arabs, who became fascinated by its therapeutic properties. Recognized in the writings of the Roman botanist Pliny the Elder, as well as the Persian physician Avicenna, lemons also became a symbol of perfection and beauty for the Hebrews. In Mûre et Musc, lemons were selected for their freshness and their acidity. aromas that bring sun to their iconic juice. The top notes of this scent are lemon, orange, mandarin orange, and basil. The middle notes are blackberry and red berries. The base notes are musk and oak moss. The olfactive group, fruity musky. The perfumer is Jean Laporte, and it was created in 1978. That is what the website of L'Artisan Parfumeur describes this particular scent. Now, before I started shooting this, I was very liberal in putting this scent on my neck, my chest, my clothing, some of my face, all over the place, basically. We picked up a 0.7 milliliter sampler of it from Ades, ades.com. They're a perfumery in New York City that you can get samples of various and sundry scents from them. You can see we used about a third of this, which is not a lot. It's probably equivalent of about 3 or 4 sprays, I'm guessing. It, like many of the L'Artisan scents, is very behind the scenes. It's very subtle. Now, they talk about being nice for women between 15 and 60, but it doesn't say that it's only that it's a scent for women or a scent for men, or if men wear it, it's appealing to those particular women. It's pretty unclear. My guess is that this is really more of a unisex fragrance. Like any fragrance actually is unisex. It depends just what you want to wear. It is subtle, but it's got a very understated classical sort of a musk scent. It does not overpower by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't mean it disappears into the background. I'm going to put some more on just to really kind of get the proper, you know. I don't want to be a sissy sprayer like Michelle talks about on Curly Fragrance. If you haven't checked out her channel, you should. If you're into fragrances at all, she's hilarious. And she's got a really good nose. Cute, too. The nose, that is. So it's classic. This is not a young person's scent, I don't think, unless they're really fucking classy. But it doesn't mean it's an old man smell either. It's very pleasing. It doesn't have a strong leaning towards the musk or the lemon or the blackberry. It's all kind of mixed together. And it's very, very nice. I would definitely recommend trying this at a fragrance counter to really get the full olfactory blast when you can really spray the heck out of it. Because, you know, this is a great little intro, but it's not kind of what you're going to use on the day-to-day. You don't, for the most part, unless you're using English leather or some other old school sort of fragrance, you generally don't spill it on you. It's atomized, spread out hopefully evenly. If the atomizer has any quality to it, you're going to get a fuller sort of perception of the scent. But having said all that, blah-de-blah, it's very nice. It's subtle. It's not going to freak anybody out. I don't think you're going to offend anybody by using this. And it's attractive. It is very nice. I like it. Again, it's not super strong, like a number of colognes out there that kind of hit you over the head with their smell. Apparently it is a classic in its own way, like a modern classic. But if you think about it, it was created in 1978, so it's almost 50 years old. It's 44, 45, 46 years old. They're still making it, so clearly there is a demand for it. Typically, these perfume houses, if people aren't buying their product, they're not going to let it stick around. They're going to discontinue it and move on to something new. But it's got a very nice, subtle, but noticeable musky. And the more I wear it, the lighter it feels in terms of that lemon. Now, do you have to be right up on the person to smell this? I don't think you would have to be. I think if you were standing a foot to two away, you're going to smell it. This is more of a discover me scent as opposed to announce me scent in the vernacular of a lot of these YouTube reviewers. But it is quite nice. Unisex for sure. I think this would work as a gift for someone. Now, these perfumes are not inexpensive. So 3.4 ounces comes out to $200 US. Now, you can buy a sampler pack from L'Artisan of 6 of their fragrances in small, I believe 5 milliliter dispensers for $90, something like that. So you're talking about, with postage and tax and that sort of thing, about $20, $22 per little spray bottle. And it's a great way to get introduced to the scent. And you can also go to ades.com and get multiple 0.7 milliliter containers, and this cost me all of $4. So you can kind of get a sense of the scent for pennies on the dollar. $4 as opposed to buying $200 blind buy. I'd go with this. Am I going to rush out and buy this fragrance? Not today, but it will absolutely be on my to-get list. How long it's going to take me to reach that point after I go through other things that I'm more interested in is an open question, but it's for someone my age, it's almost a classic kind of scent to wear. I hope you enjoyed the video, the review, the comments, the screw-ups, all the good stuff. Please smash that thumbs up button if you did like it. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Please tell us why down below. If you've got questions, comments, you got other things you want us to review, please tell us. In the meantime, please be kind to your fellow human beings and their pets. Stay lifted, stay well groomed, and we will catch you on the next one. Cheers, everybody.